imagine now where all that water used to sit at was where an old building was sitting. That's the reason why it rotted out so bad. Holy shit. What's happening? On our way now to the auction in Kinley. And I'm driving a real piece right here. By the looks of it, you got no headliner. Got some terrible looking seats back there, stained up real bad. Like it's got some glue in it or something. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into trying to do the fog light change on my mom's car today or not. With the ground being as wet as it is, and I'm going to have to get on the ground, I don't want to get soaked. And that's even with my, shop closed up overnight. Because remember for what I told you, the water runs under the door downhill. So yeah. But I'm probably going to go ahead and do the windshield wiper change or whatever on it. I know that for sure. It all depends on how the weather wants to act today. Right now it's really cloudy, and we got a ton of rain last night. Got so much rain that a lot of the creeks and streams or whatever are filled. You go over any little small bridges or overpasses, and the water is right up to like the bottom of them. Other than that, I do have a topic I can get on, but I won't go into that right now until I actually get home. Because it's going to be something I'm going to sit down and concentrate on when I talk about it. That's not too terrible. It's relating to what I'm driving right now, and this is a Saturn sedan. I don't know what year it is. Well, let me show you. You can see it's, like I said, I don't know what year it is right off the top of my head. I just know that it's pretty freaking ugly. It does have just under 100,000 miles on it. I mean, it runs fairly well. It's got like a little skip to it. Radio works, air conditioning works, heat works. Shifts pretty good. All the lights work. Door's kind of busted. It's got a shitty window tint job. I don't know if you can tell by looking at that. That's pretty much it. But yeah, the topic will be regarding vehicles like this and the people who own them. That's all I can say for now. The highway, ladies and gentlemen. The highway. Oh goodness. Well, ladies and gents, here we are. Mannheim Auto Auction of Kinley. Doesn't look like much until you look at all the fucking cars. Believe me, there's a lot of them. Lots and lots and lots. I mean, just take a gander. You know what I mean? What's happening, fellas? Oh shit. This damn radio over here wants to act stupid. We can't be having that. Uno momento. that's gonna cut it enough. Anyway, yeah, we've got quite a bit to talk about. But first, here we have a 2004 Pontiac Grand Am. This is my mom's car. And here's her derelict old windshield wipers. As you can see there, you know, the arm is starting to rust a bit, and you know, the blades are a little dirty, and well, they've never been changed as far as I know, but we're going to change it today. Let's see if we can crack this bad boy open here. Got a Phillips flathead screwdriver. Let's see. Pull that up. Oh shit, y'all guys didn't even see none of that. Okay, so this right here was down. You know, it was down. We'll do it all over again. How about that? Give me a minute. Alright. See, it's like so. Alright, tab comes up. And we should be able to get the old wiper off. Now take note, I don't know about any other of the models or whatever, but that side right there is a 22. This side here is a 16, I believe, or an 18. We'll look in a minute. Let's see if I can get this tab here to pop up like so. Yep. Alright, if I can get it, get down and come off. This one wants to be an asshole. There we go. Put that over there. I won't be needing a screwdriver no more for this. And put it back over there. But now, yes, you can see the difference. Let's put them, try to get them. Yeah. If you were to sit them somewhat lined up, spot to spot, yeah, there's a difference there. But we went to Walmart the other night, and you know, she wanted me to look her up some to put on back on the car, and those that she's got on it, well, those that were on it aren't quite the same as these. But let me get these out and open, and we'll go from there. Alright, and I was wrong. This side here is a 17. So, you see, as we're going to focus. Yeah. Anyway, the way these work is you got this hook or whatever, and you got to put the wiper. You know what? We're going to do something else before I do this. We're going to throw a little bit of paint on these bad boys. So I go over here and find something. Well, decided to give them a little bit of color, and of course it doesn't want to focus. Ain't nothing fancy. Just shot a little bit of primer on them. Didn't even sand them up, just more or less just to go over, just to cover up the ugly. I mean, come on, it's a windshield wiper arm, you know what I mean? It's not like it's a body panel or anything. But anyway, just waiting for them to dry, and then we'll throw the wipers on. God, this muddy as shit in here. Look where I've walked back and forth. Shit, look at the bottom of my shoes. Yeah, buddy. And yes, I got some overspray on the car. I did put paper underneath it or whatever, but I mean, it'll wash right off. I mean, you know, see what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. But they'll dry, and then we'll throw them on. All right, well, we're gonna give it a try, boys. We're gonna give it a try. Maybe we don't fuck it up too bad. Let's see if I can remember which way this damn thing goes. Alright, so we got blade, we've got arm, and are you in the shot? No, of course not. If I can just get it. Oh, wait a minute for me. Let me try something here. I don't know if that's gonna work too swift or not. Here you guys are like way out of the shot. Okay. Alright, let's try something here. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see what the fuck's going on now. You might can. I need to do it freehand though. I'm trying not to, I put some gloves on. I'm trying not to scratch it up too bad. Alright. That's one on. Now, you know, I would zoom in, but I mean, I don't think it's really a necessary thing to do. I mean, it's, you know, real simple, especially with these anyway. You just gotta be patient. A lot of people aren't patient. All right. Now, maybe she can see. I'm not gonna do the fog light bulb today because it's too damn wet in here, and I don't feel like getting completely fucking muddy. I'm gonna wheel this out and wash the hood and windshield real good. And move on to next. Alrighty then, boys and girls, that is a job well done. Tried out my new gloves. They're pretty nice. I think, I mean, they're okay for what they are. I mean, you know, I've worn better, and you know, they do make your hands sweat, as you can tell. Job well done, I suppose. But anyhow, as far as windshield wiper blades are concerned, I would say every couple of fucking months, give them a wipe down with a rag and some soap and water. You know, just pull the blade itself up and, you know, kind of just stroke the blade itself and get any of the old road grime and oily residues and whatever that's caked on it off, and it will help prolong the blades. Not very much of an how-to video, just one of those tips or whatever. And I'm not sure exactly. I would say, just keep an eye on them as far as the duration between changing them. Different people have different ways of saying, you should go a certain amount of time before you change them, whatever. I've had wipers on certain vehicles that's lasted me for a year or more just by wiping them down every now and then, and they work perfectly fine. That's pretty much it as far as that subject is concerned. Yeah, I can't talk. Concerned. Anyhow, on to the subject as far as the job situation. And then we'll go on to the very last subject that had to deal with putting blades on that car. So, at lunchtime today, I called down there to talk to someone and asked for the someone that I was supposed to have spoke with and or was supposed to have called me and told me whether or not it was going to be a yay or nay. And, I said to myself, well, I'm going to give her till 5:30, and then if not, I'm going to go talk to the man myself. So, 5:30 rolls around, no phone call. I said, okay, well, you know what, fuck this. I was nervous as shit, I'm not even going to lie. I go in there and I talk to him. When I first approached him, I said, hey, are you real busy? And he said, no, not really, what's up? I tell him, hey, I've got a problem with the temp service. They, they're kind of like, throwing me in the wind pretty much. I've waited 3 weeks now for them to ask you, come to you and, not more or less persuade, but, sort of encourage you to go ahead and let me come in, right? And, I give them the lowdown. I say, hey, here it is that I've talked to them for 3 weeks now, and they're supposed to have contacted you, and I'm assuming that they've not. And he said no. I said, okay, well, there you have it. I told him, I said, hey, there's a lot of stuff that I can do. That I worked for the auction in Greenville for about 2 years and drove a rollback. I have changed oil before. I do it here all the time. I just did a video a while back doing it on mine. Now, granted, the only difference is that it would be on a lift, and you'd have a pan that you roll up underneath, and you put it up there, and most of the vehicles are 15 mil. You undo the fucking drain pan bolt and let the oil drain. Put it back in there, unscrew the filter, put a new filter on, and there you go. There you have it. Of course, you put your oil in and you calculate the mileage. If you have to do a tire rotation, you pull the tires off and check the brakes while you're there, just to make sure the person's not gonna not have any brakes and crash and burn, you know what I mean? But I told him that, I could do little stuff, that I couldn't do anything major, but at least he knows now, you know what I mean? He knows now that I'm determined to do what I need to do to get in there. And, I told him that I'm willing to go the extra mile to whatever, but he needed to meet me halfway. And, he was honest, and he said, well, you've kind of caught me off guard. I'm going to put some thought into it. And, he told me that he'd let me know, and I said, okay, yeah, you do that. Just let me know. Because I've been there a year. I've missed 5 days out of the whole year. 360 days I have dedicated myself to someone, Well, not even technically 360, because, you've got your weekends and shit, but you guys understand what I'm saying. You gotta think, 2 days to deal with my mom's surgery, 2 days for being sick with the fucking stomach virus, or intestinal virus, should I say. Actually, the stomach flu. And the one day, because my starter on my truck fucked up and I had to replace it. So yeah, 5 days, all major shit. That's what it is. Sitting here thinking if I can remember what the hell I did with my damn Dremel. I still can't remember what I did with it. And then again, I haven't looked too. So I mean, you know, it could be hiding in a drawer or something somewhere. I don't know. But as far as the subject goes about my mom's car per se, and to do with the Saturn that I was showing y'all in to begin with, too many people go out and buy brand new vehicles every day. Why can't... Okay, let's just say this. Say you are married, you have 2 children. One is about to be going into high school, and the other is getting ready to start junior high. And you've got an old car. Well, my mom's was a 2004, and that Saturn was like a 05 or something like that. But anyway, why not, rather than go out and spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on a brand new vehicle or a nice pre-owned vehicle, why not either A, find the kid a job, let them work and save up for the money to buy a vehicle, like $1,000 car, right? Or you take a car that you've already pre-owned, you know, that you've owned for several years, whether it be a Toyota Tercel or a old Honda Civic, old Honda Accord, whatever, and you give the children that vehicle as their first car and tell them that they're responsible for the maintenance as far as tires and oil changes and, you know, shit like that, and that if they fail, they get a car taken away from them, rather than going out and spending thousands of dollars on a newly used or a brand new, you know, vehicles today cost anywhere between, you can't even go out and buy a good vehicle now, brand new off the lot, for, unless you buy a piece of shit, for less than 30 grand. And there's some people out there that will spend $70,000 on their children. I'm not one of them, plus I don't have any kids, so. Why would you, this can be argued. I understand giving children the best of the best as far as, you know, education and books and school supplies and clothes and shit like that. That's fine. But I mean, if you're sitting back and you're busting your ass and you're driving like a 1985 Toyota truck, and you go out and you buy your damn child, son, daughter, whatever, a son more or less, a brand new 2015 Tundra, 40 grand, 45, 50 grand for a truck, and you're driving a damn $2,000 vehicle. Fuck out of here with that shit. I don't get it, people. I don't understand it. Because if you think about it, if you teach them to begin with to have some responsibility, like as in myself, you know, I've owned many vehicles, but then again, I paid for many vehicles. That truck right there cost me $14,000. No shit. It was $8,500 when I went to the lot and looked at it. I took them $1,000 down, which dropped it to $75,000, and then I had no credit, so I got a loan and they added like 14%, something like that, and it ended up being like around $14,500 altogether for the truck. Yeah, I paid for that shit out of pocket for 4 years at $250 a month. 48 months. No. Wait. 12 and 12, 24. 12 and 12. Yeah, 4 years, 48 months. It was a long 48 months. But believe me, when I got to the last payment and I paid it and I got my damn title, I was a happy motherfucker. But it kind of pisses me off that somebody would go out and spend 50 grand or more on a vehicle for their child and yet be busting the ass driving a piece of shit. Shouldn't it be the other way around? You're the parent. You're the one that's in control. You're the one that's paying the bills. You're the one who's got to make the monthly payment on this shit. Who's to say that you go out and you spend 50 grand on it or more, and day one they get out there and they total it? Yeah, you have insurance, but you shitted yourself out of a vehicle. Why? And it makes you look like a complete douchebag, may I note. I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's because I was brought up to damn take care of what I had and to keep it going. That Saturn, for example, would have been a great starter car for some kid. Under 100,000 miles. I mean, it's getting ready to top 100,000. But a good thousand, I'd say a good anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 car, and you put maybe have the kid, of course you're probably end up putting the damn insurance in your name, because if you didn't, and you put the kids' insurance in their own name, their insurance is going to be through the fucking roof. But if you put the insurance in your name and list them as a driver only, with full coverage or whatever, you should be okay. Let them get a job and let them buy the tires and change the oil and get it inspected and pay the taxes and all that shit on it. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong. But I think that, a kid having an older car would give them the drive to get out and better themselves. That way they could have something nice like mom and dad, or their grandparents, or one of their buddies' dads or moms or whatever. My very first vehicle, driving wise, was a 1989 Daihatsu Charade hatchback. Now granted, it was my grandma's car, but she didn't drive it like that, and I ended up driving it more than she did. I'm also the one who ended up putting it in the damn junkyard too. I messed it up pretty bad. Well, actually, I take that back. No. I messed up the timing belt in it by running it through some water I wasn't supposed to run through. And we're talking, it had rained hard, and it was like a, 2 to 3 feet worth of water, and yeah, it ruined that. But my grandma ended up getting it fixed, and she drove it, and she had an accident, and when she wrecked it or whatever, it is what put it in the junkyard, should I say. But every vehicle I've had, whether it been what I first learned to drive with, was a 1976 Toyota truck, 4-speed, on the floor, Then the Daihatsu Charade. What else? My first car on my own, that was, I can actually say, was bought for me, was a 1990 Camaro, which I think I've shown pictures of that in the past. Let's see, 1990 Camaro. Traded it for a 1985 Nissan 720. Sold that truck for $400, bought a damn 1985 Pontiac Sunbird. Sold it for junk, pretty much. Took that money. What was I driving thereafter? Got a Cavalier. I gave my mom what little bit of money I had, I think, if I remember right. And she went out and found me my second vehicle that she had paid for. Cavalier ended up becoming a piece of crap. I showed that in pictures as well. It was the purple one with the white graphics and white interior. Let's see. Well, I sold that car too. And my mom had then gone out and bought herself a little two-door Beretta and started letting me drive the Lumina. Well, I gave her, I paid for the parts, I paid for the labor, I paid for the part, the maintenance and all that shit that it needed or whatever, and pretty much ended up giving her a little bit of money here and there for it, so on and so forth. And it ended up having some problems, so I put it to the side, and it was in a shop. And about the same time I graduated, she gave me the Beretta, but then she had gone out and bought the Pontiac, which she has now. The Lumina did what all it could do, and I put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into it. I think I had roughly if I was to sit here and try to calculate it all up, I think it was around $9,000 I'd spent in the car. Now I was still driving the Beretta. I had gone out and found the Sonoma, and the Beretta started having problems, so I sold it. Then the Sonoma I went out and bought that truck that I have now, and the Sonoma started having problems, so I sold it. So all in all, in total, yes, she spent thousands of dollars on vehicles for me. I've spent thousands of dollars on vehicles for me. And I spent a whole shit ton of thousands of dollars for the one I have now. So yet again, I worked for everything I had. Whether it be doing as I was supposed to in school, graduating, working, taking care of her, or busting my ass and paying for it myself. Nobody can't say that they've given me a fucking handout. You know what I mean? Sorry, I wasn't born with a silver platter or on a silver platter or had a silver spoon in my mouth. All of my shit was fucking brass. You know what I mean? I had the low end of the shit list, or shit. I had the shitty end of the stick 9 times out of 10. But I mean, it's all fine and good because it's taught me values that I once did not think of. You know what I mean? We're at the 20-minute mark now. But all I'm saying is that if you got children, don't go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a vehicle for them just to either A, ruin or damn, put you in a bind. You know what I mean? That just doesn't settle with me too good. And people are gonna do it regardless whether I say anything or not. But then again, I look at it like you're a fucking dumbass. The only way that I can see fit for someone buying someone, an exceptionally nice vehicle is if they were rich, right? And they already had a nice vehicle, so they figure their child should have a nice vehicle too. So if they wreck it and tear it all to pieces, no matter if they have insurance or not, it's not going to matter. Why? Because you're going to go out and buy them something nice again. That's pretty much all I got to say about the shit today. I mean, I don't get it. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Maybe they're the ones that's right. I don't know. I just know what I know and I see what I see, and it's really depressing to see all these old cars sitting around with so much potential that it's not even funny, that are eventually going to end up in a junkyard, totaled, blown up, or just rotting away. I would much rather go out and buy a used vehicle than a new one. Trust and believe that new vehicles aren't what they're cracked up to be. We've had an expedition come back now twice. The last time was for door key code problems. I've got a hole in this damn cigarette. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. You see that shit? I don't know how it got there because I just opened that pack. You watched me do it. Anyway, enough of hearing my bullshit. I just thought I'd share my thoughts as far as that's concerned. But that's pretty much all I have. Well, what else can I say? I mean, that's all I can say about the situation. But, as always, leave a comment, let me know what you think. You might as well subscribe if you haven't already. And until tomorrow, stay groovy.